Have you ever looked at someone and thought, how do they still look so young? It's not always their skincare, not the makeup, not even genetics. It's something deeper, something happening within their mind. Because in today's world where stress is a silent killer, where people in their 30s look 50, there are a rare few who walk through life with a different kind of glow, a glow that psychology has been trying to explain for decades. So if people have told you you look younger than your age, you need to watch this video till the end, because it's not a compliment, it's a psychological sign, and it reveals something very powerful about who you are inside. This video is about why some people look younger than their age and the psychology behind it. If you're ready to understand yourself and others on a deeper level, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's dive straight into the truth that nobody tells you. 1. They let go of things easily. Have you ever met someone who's been through absolute hell in life but still carries a calm, youthful glow? It's not luck. It's not makeup. It's something much deeper. They've learned the power of letting go. Psychologically, people who forgive easily and release resentment don't just feel lighter emotionally. They literally look younger. Why? Because emotional pain that's held onto for years starts to manifest physically. You can see it in the tension of their jaw, the tightness of their eyes, the stiffness in their shoulders. Bitterness leaves a mark. It settles into your skin, your expression, your posture. People who constantly replay betrayals, hold grudges, and dwell on past pain, their face begins to carry that weight. Wrinkles don't just come from age, they come from emotional stress. You age faster when you're angry, when you're bitter, when you're consumed by what they did to you. That mental loop becomes a silent poison. But those who choose to let go, even if they've been deeply hurt, have a completely different energy. Their mind is free, and so is their body. Letting go doesn't mean you forget what happened. It means you refuse to let it control you anymore. That freedom reflects on your face. Your skin breathes differently. Your eyes shine brighter. Your smile becomes real again. And that's the secret most people miss. You don't carry years in your body, you carry pain. The less pain you hold on to, the lighter you feel and the younger you look. So if you want to reverse time, stop chasing products and start releasing pain. Let go, not for them, but for you. Because your face is telling a story. And when that story is peace, your youth becomes undeniable. 2. They stay curious like a child. Have you ever watched a child exploring the world with wide eyes, endless questions, and an unshakable desire to know more? That spark, that innocent hunger to learn and discover, that's not just cute, it's powerful. And if you pay attention, you'll notice that people who look much younger than their age still carry that spark. They never let it die. They stay curious. They ask questions. They want to know how things work, why people act a certain way, what else is out there. They refuse to become numb or robotic. Psychology tells us that curiosity is a sign of a flexible, adaptable mind, a mind that stays open, alive, and young. And that mental state directly affects your physical body. When your mind is alive, your cells respond. Your energy becomes magnetic. Your eyes glow with life. You radiate youth. But here's the dark side. Most people lose their curiosity as they grow older. They become mentally rigid, stuck in patterns, trapped in routine. They stop learning, stop asking, stop dreaming. And that's when the aging process speeds up, not just physically, but spiritually. Life becomes dull, robotic, and heavy. And you see it on their face. The light goes out. The world feels small. They start looking old. Not because of years, but because they've stopped growing. But those who remain curious, they stay mentally sharp, emotionally alive, spiritually hungry. Whether they're 25 or 65, they still explore. They still imagine, they still wonder, and because of that, their energy feels young. Their face doesn't carry the weight of boredom. Their spirit is playful, their laughter is real, and their presence is unforgettable. So here's the truth. Curiosity is not just a habit. It's your fountain of youth. The moment you stop exploring is the moment you start aging. Stay curious, stay alive, stay ageless. 3, they don't live to please everyone. If you're constantly trying to make everyone happy, let me tell you something hard but true. You're not just losing your peace, you're aging faster than you realize. People who live to please others, who say yes when they mean no, who smile when their soul is breaking, who shrink themselves just to avoid judgment, carry a silent stress that slowly eats away at their youth. It's not always visible right away, but over time, it shows. It shows in their tired eyes, their forced expressions, their drained energy. The emotional pressure builds and the body responds. Chronic stress from people-pleasing turns into fatigue, inflammation, tension, and eventually, it shows on your face. On the outside, they may seem agreeable, but on the inside, they're suffocating. And that suffocation, that emotional exhaustion, ages them. It steals the glow from their skin and the spark from their soul. Now compare that to people who live authentically. They don't say yes just to avoid disappointing others. They don't live by other people's expectations. They have the courage to be disliked, to walk away, to protect their boundaries. And that courage gives them something rare, inner peace. And here's the secret most people don't know. Peace is powerful. Peace relaxes your face, smooths your skin, slows down your breathing, and keeps your body calm. People who are true to themselves don't carry hidden tension in their shoulders or fake smiles on their face. Their authenticity creates a natural beauty, a youthful aura. So ask yourself, are you aging because you're afraid to upset someone? Are you sacrificing your youth for the comfort of others? Because once you stop living to please, you start living free, and that freedom shows. It shows in your posture, your expression, your glow. The most attractive youthful people are not the ones trying to be perfect. They're the ones brave enough to be real. 4, they know how to play. Let's get one thing straight. Growing older doesn't mean you have to stop playing. In fact, the people who look forever young have a secret. They never abandoned their inner child. In today's world, adulthood has become a prison of seriousness. Deadlines, responsibilities, bills, stress. Somewhere along the way, we're told to act mature, to stop being silly, to take life seriously. And in the process, we bury one of the most powerful forces of youth, the ability to play. But those who still laugh loudly, dance like no one's watching, sing badly without caring, find magic in small moments, these people are different. They carry a lightness, a glow, an energy that makes people turn their heads and ask, how do they look so young? Psychology calls this the inner child effect. It means staying connected to the joyful, playful, fearless part of you that existed before the world taught you shame, pressure, or fear of judgment. And this connection has a real impact. When you laugh, dopamine and endorphins flood your system. When you play, your stress hormones drop, your muscles relax, your face softens, your immune system strengthens, your body feels safe. And when your body feels safe, it thrives. It doesn't rush to age. It doesn't hold tension in your face or stiffness in your joints. Play resets your system. But sadly, most people forget how to play. They lose touch with wonder. They suppress joy because it's immature. And that's when aging accelerates, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. You can see it in their eyes. They've stopped living and now they're just surviving. But the ones who remember how to play, who let their laughter echo, who chase joy with no shame. They don't just look young, they feel alive, and that energy, it's ageless. So don't just add anti-aging creams to your routine. Add laughter, silliness, dancing, play, because keeping your inner child alive might just be the most powerful beauty secret on earth. 5. They manage stress better than most. Here's something most people don't realize. It's not stress that ages you, it's how you carry it. When you look at people who seem younger than their age, it's easy to assume they have an easy life. No struggles, no pressure, no storms. But that's rarely the truth. In reality, they face chaos just like anyone else. The difference? Their mindset, their inner world. They've mastered something powerful, emotional self-regulation. They don't crumble when life throws problems at them. They don't let outside chaos become internal destruction. They've trained their mind to stay calm when things go wrong, to breathe when things feel heavy, to let go when things are out of their control. And that self-control, that peace, it becomes their armor. Why does this matter for how young they look? Because stress isn't just a feeling, it's a physical reaction. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that literally breaks down your skin's collagen, speeds up aging, weakens your immune system, disrupts your sleep, and makes you look tired, even when you're not. It's like acid on your body from the inside out. But those who manage their stress well, their skin doesn't sag under the weight of constant tension. Their eyes don't carry the puffiness of sleepless nights. Their body doesn't stay inflamed or fatigued. They know how to release pressure without exploding. They protect their peace like it's gold, because it is. And here's the truth. Most people let stress own them. They overthink, overanalyze, and react emotionally to everything. And every day they do this, they pay the price with their face, their energy, their health. But the ones who age slower, they've realized that while they can't always control what happens, they can absolutely control how they respond. And that power, that calm, that self-mastery, it doesn't just keep them emotionally strong, it keeps them looking years younger. So if you want to preserve your youth, don't just fix your skin, fix your reaction to life. Because a peaceful mind will always give you a youthful face. 6. They see the bigger picture. You know what really drains people? It's not just aging or exhaustion or work, it's being stuck in small thinking. Most people get trapped in the emotional prison of everyday drama. Someone said something. Something didn't go their way. A plan failed. A person disappointed them. And what do? They stew over it, worry, complain, rewind and replay it in their heads like a broken record. But the people who look younger often think bigger. They don't waste time being consumed by petty problems or emotional whirlpools. Why? Because they've trained their mind to see life from a higher level. They've zoomed out. They understand that one bad day doesn't define a bad life, that some things aren't worth their energy, that holding on to every insult, failure, or bump in the road is like dragging rocks in a backpack. You get heavier, slower, older. And here's what psychology tells us. A person who lives with purpose, clarity, and vision is mentally healthier. And when your mind is healthy, your entire body responds. It reduces stress, slows down aging, sharpens your focus, and keeps your spirit alive. You literally carry less emotional weight, and that reflects in your posture, your skin, your energy. Think about it. When was the last time someone obsessed with drama looked fresh, glowing, and calm? Rarely. But those who think long-term, who rise above the noise, walk with peace. They radiate calm. They may face the same chaos as others, but they don't get dragged down by it. And that gives them a kind of unshakable grace, a timelessness. They're not distracted by gossip or panic. They're focused on growth, legacy, meaning. And that level of thinking doesn't just make them wise, it keeps them youthful. So if you want to look younger, train your mind to stop zooming in on everything that's wrong. Zoom out, think bigger, because people with vision age differently. They age better. 7, they don't let the world steal their joy. If there's one thing more powerful than any anti-aging cream, any supplement, any skincare routine, it's joy. Not the kind that comes and goes with circumstances. Not the fake smile for photos. I'm talking about real, untouchable, unstoppable joy, the kind that lives deep within you and refuses to die no matter how dark the world gets. People who look younger than their age often have this fire. They don't walk through life emotionally numb or bitter. They haven't let the cruelty of the world rob them of their light. Instead, they've made a decision, a radical choice to protect their joy like their life depends on it. Because in a way, it does. Science backs this up. Joy releases serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, the brain's natural youth serum. It reduces inflammation, boosts your immune system, improves sleep, and even enhances skin radiance. In simple terms, joy makes your cells come alive. But here's the sad truth. Most people let the world steal it. They scroll through misery. They feed on negativity. They carry the weight of things they can't control. And slowly, that light inside them fades. They stop laughing from the gut, stop dancing in the kitchen, stop smiling without a reason. And you can see it on their face. They look older, not just in years, but in spirit. But those who stay joyful despite it all, who laugh without permission, who find beauty in the chaos, who protect their inner peace like it's sacred, they glow, not because their life is perfect, but because they've decided my joy is mine and no one gets to take it from me. And that kind of joy, you can't fake it. You can't bottle it. But when it's real, it shows in your energy, your smile, your presence. So if you want to look younger, stop chasing surface level fixes. Start with joy, because joy is the fountain of youth the world has forgotten. So if you've ever been told you don't look your age, understand it's not just luck. It's a reflection of how your mind is wired, how your soul chooses to live. And if you haven't heard that yet, don't worry. Now you know the truth, and you can start rewiring your thoughts, protecting your peace, and reconnecting with your joy. Because the most powerful anti-aging secret isn't in a bottle. It's in your mind. If this video gave you clarity, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who deserves to hear this today. Let's keep growing, not just older, but wiser, stronger, and more radiant. This is your time. Stay young, stay powerful.